Hey guys, happy Thursday. Hopefully it's Thursday. I always get the day wrong whenever I do that. Hello. I'm going to give everybody just a second to hop on here. So see if there's any viewers. I don't know if this has to be approved. I'm so excited to share a couple tips with you. I'll just go ahead and jump in. So if you're here, say hey. And if you're watching the replay, comment replay. I probably won't see that you're watching the replay, but comment replay, comment if you're here. But I am going to just kind of go over a little bit about my journey with this business and what I've learned along the way, and then what I do every single day to get me to where I am and to get me to ambassador, which is where I'm going. So, hey Carrie. Okay, so first off, if you don't know who I am, I'm Morgan Martin, and you might know me as Morgan McIntyre. That's my maiden name. I got married last year in August, and so this business, I joined it, I found it through Instagram, joined whenever I was a broke college student, wanted extra money, wanted $100 a month to pay for gas and groceries, and joined this business, and literally it's changed everything for us. Some of you already know my story, so I won't go in super in depth, but I do want to kind of tell you my journey and what I've learned along the way, because the things that I've learned, the principles that I've learned at different ranks and in my promotions to those ranks have been huge. But you may not be like in the same place learning the same thing. Like maybe the things I learned at Ruby level, you might learn as a double diamond, or you may be learning those right now at whatever rank you're at. So I wanted to hopefully just like share some things that will bring value to you wherever you're at in your journey and wherever you're headed. So the first thing is, I had promoted very, very fast. Hey guys, very, very slow. I don't know why I said fast. I've not promoted very fast. I promoted very slowly comparatively to other people, not because I am comparing, but if I were to compare my journey with other people's, it has taken me a little bit longer to get to certain ranks. There are people who hit the, top rank in the company, like in a year, in 7 months, in 2 years, and I'm 4.5 years in and I'm still not ambassador yet. But the key is that I know where I'm going, and so it doesn't matter how long it takes me to get there. Hang on one second. I'm actually making food, so let me just make sure it's not burning. Okay, I think we're okay. I'm gonna leave it in there for just another second, then I'll take it out. But anyway, so I went Ruby in my first 4 months in this business. I didn't actually even know what Ruby meant back then. I didn't know that Ruby was $500 a month. I didn't know what any of this stuff meant. Somebody told me they were double diamond and I didn't know what that meant. Okay. So one of the best things that if I had to go back and give myself a pat on the back for anything I did whenever I first joined, it would be that I just got started. I didn't wait to learn everything. I didn't wait to be ready to do the things that I wanted to do so that I could get where I wanted to go. So if you're brand new in this business and you're like, I just don't know a lot about the product, so I don't really want to post anything yet. If you're like, I've never made money, so I don't want to talk about the business, you're limiting yourself from so many blessings that could come into your life by just getting started. You don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to know about the products. I just had confidence. So when somebody asked me about the products, there's a hair. I don't know what's happening. Okay. So they would ask me about the products and they'd be like, do you have anything for stress? And so I'd go look it up on my website and be like, oh my gosh, yes, we do. It's called Confianza. And I was just super excited about it. I was super pumped and inspired to go after my goals and go after my dreams. Why? Because I knew what I was doing. I knew why I joined this business. So I had a strong why and I was really confident. So if you're brand new, do those two things and it's going to help you in the long run. Don't wait till you feel ready. Then I went Ruby, like I said, in 4 months, and I was able to do that because of that excitement. When I hit Ruby, I didn't really catch the vision for the company yet. I still didn't really see, I knew where I wanted to go, but I didn't really catch the vision of where I could go with this business. I never really understood what it meant to go double diamond. Like I said, I never realized what it meant to go triple diamond. I never really thought that I could ever be at that place. I never saw that for myself. And because of that, I never shot for that goal, right? So I sat at Ruby for a year because I didn't catch the vision and I was trying to pull people along who did not want this business. Give me some hearts if you've ever done that. Drop an emoji below or something if you've ever been like that. I think every single person on this live would say yeah, that's been me at some point, because we all get to the point in our business where we just try to pull people along who don't want this, and we're missing all the people on our team who do want this. And that's what I was doing. And I looked at the people who, you know, were on fire, who were excited, who were pumped up, who were motivated, who were running. And I looked at them and I was like, okay, you're good. Like, you got this. Let me go run over here to these people who are falling apart. Let me try to get them to want this so we can all want this at the same time so that I can get my promotion. Do you see the flaws in that logic? Yeah, okay. Well, I do too now that I'm saying it out loud, but you don't say those things out loud, so you don't realize that you're doing it. So I was pulling along these people who didn't want it. Spoiler alert, that doesn't work. You can't do that. You can't pull people along, make them want it if they don't. You can't pull them along because it's just gonna make you work that much harder to get nowhere. And that's what was happening. And so for a year I did that, and I did almost quit whenever I was a Ruby. Let me go check on my food one more time. Sorry. I'm so scared I'm going to burn this. I'm just going to take it out. Okay. So anyways, I almost quit whenever I was a Ruby. And I was just super discouraged. I was like, you know, I'm not getting anywhere in my business. And instead of looking internally at what I was doing wrong, which was a lot of things, I looked at everybody else and I was like, well, I'm just not diamond yet because they're not working. I'm not diamond yet because every single person on my team isn't running with me at the exact same time. Wrong. That's not why I wasn't diamond. It was because of the things I just mentioned, and I got discouraged. And so also I had lost perspective because I joined this business for $100 a month, and I was making $600 to $700 a month because I was a higher paid Ruby and because I was making fast start bonuses. And I was sitting there complaining that I was only making $600 to $700 a month when all I had joined for was $100 a month. So I had totally lost perspective, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't reach higher. What I'm saying is only look back to see how far you've come, and I lost that. I missed it. And so I was complaining about everything that I had dreamed and wished for in this business. And so they had like a cruise like thing, like a contest to earn a cruise to Mexico. And I had earned that as a Ruby, which was really cool. And so I was like, well, if I go on this cruise, I can't quit the business. And I'm going on this cruise because I've never been on a cruise before. So I'm definitely not going to quit just so I can get on this cruise. Went in that cruise, like went on there trying, like ready to quit, ready to give up. Didn't know what I was doing. Didn't have a vision. Didn't have a why. Didn't have a goal. Didn't really have a team. And I just was around these people who were just like me. And I remember seeing people like Carrie, who were already presidential or ambassador at the time. And I don't know what rank she was, but she was already high up in the company. People like my upline, Susan Wade, that were there, you know, literally, actually, I don't think she was probably pregnant, you know, but, so just seeing all these people that were presidential, ambassador, all of these different things. And I was like, there's no difference between them and me, except they have a Louis Vuitton. That's it. That's the only difference between me and these top income earners in this company. And so if they can do this, I can do this. And I finally caught the vision that it's just normal people that are at the top of the company. It's not anybody special. And I don't say that against them in, you know, in a bad way, but I'm just saying like all of us are equal. We can all get there. And so I left that cruise excited, pumped up, motivated with a brand new why, brand new like vision. And 2 months after I left, I went from Ruby to Emerald, Emerald to Diamond in the same day, and earned a $22,000 bonus because they had like rank up bonuses, they doubled them, all this different stuff. So I was so glad at that point that I did not quit. And it's crazy because so many times, you know, God asks us to do different things, and he doesn't tell us why he asks us to do them, but we just have to do them. And then afterwards, after we're obedient, we see the blessing from that, but we don't see that beforehand, okay? You don't get to see why God's telling you to do this thing. You don't get to see the blessing right then. You have to do the thing that he's asking you to do in order to receive the blessing, even if it sounds crazy. And that for me was staying in the business, and he was like, you know, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. And I was like, why? And then 2 months later, I got to see the why. I got to see this is why I told you to continue in this business. This is why I allowed you to go on that cruise, because I knew that I had a bigger plan for you than what you even had for yourself. So then I went Diamond. Then I sat at Diamond for 13 months. So whenever I say it's taken me a long time to promote, It has, and it's been years between promotions for me at times, and it's been a really great growing opportunity though, because a lot of us get stuck in like where we're headed and we miss where we are right now and the lessons God wants to teach us in this moment, in this season where we're at. So at Diamond, I stopped dreaming. Everything that I wanted with this business, I wanted to retire myself at 22. Boom, did it. I wanted to be able to do all these different things. And because of Diamond, I was able to do those. And I stopped dreaming. I stopped thinking about what I wanted. I stopped getting, having different goals. I stopped like really wanting to help my team. And that sounds horrible. But whenever you're not dreaming, you're not going to dream for your team. If you don't dream for yourself, why would you dream for somebody else? And that was me. I wasn't thinking about like, oh my gosh, these people on my team want to go Diamond. Oh my gosh, these people want to pay off debt. Oh my gosh, these people want to do these. Why? Because I wasn't wanting to pay off debt. I wasn't wanting to promote again. And Diamond was all I saw for myself. Stopped myself in the vision that I had. I just like cut myself off from dreaming any bigger. Because of that, people would come to me with their questions. They'd come to me for help. I would help them the bare minimum that I felt like I needed to. And I would move on, and I was really focused on enrolling because I'm a very strong customer enroller. That's my like comfort zone. Leadership, not my comfort zone. It is now because of things I'm going to tell you later, but it wasn't back then, and I didn't try to grow in that area. I just let myself get really complacent. I allowed myself to get in this like going through the motions type of mindset, and I sat at Diamond for a year because of it, 13 months to be exact. When I had my turning point at Diamond was whenever I went to conference for the first time in 2017. I went to conference and I saw all these people walking across the stage as top 100 income earners. I saw people sitting on the white couch, and I said, oh my gosh, that's going to be me. Like, that is going to be me. And I said that I wanted to walk across the stage as a top income earner at the next conference. And I'm at Diamond, okay, barely maintaining Diamond, sitting between the two people that I brought to conference with me. 1, 2, that's it. Me and them two, plus like 11 other girls that we didn't even know. We're in one hotel room. We were all sleeping on like sleeping bags and on top of each other. Like, it was just absolutely crazy. So that was me at conference 2017. And I saw these people walk across the stage, and I don't know what came over me, but I was like, I'm going to be there next year. Why? I don't know, but not because I was really close to it, not because it made sense, but just because I just knew that I could get there. So your goals don't have to make sense. And guess what? God gets more glory when they don't. Because if your goals made sense, people could be like, oh, she worked really hard and got there. When they don't make sense, it has to be from God, right? That's why he wants us to come to him with big ideas, big dreams, big prayers, big plans, big ask, big goals, to live big, because it shows that he is real. So I said that I wanted to be a top income earner. Then I said I wanted to speak on stage on that white couch. And I didn't say when I wanted to do that part. So I'm sitting there, and these two girls that were with me, they're like, okay. Like, totally did not believe what I was saying. I only halfway believed what I was saying. But then Mark started talking, and it was literally like he was looking at me saying, I believe in you. Like, you can do this. And so on the receiving end of that, I was like, for the first time, you just said that you believed in me, so now I believe in myself. And as Mark, like looking at him as the example, when's the last time you told your team that you believed in them? When's the last time that you let them borrow the belief that you have for them when you didn't even believe in yourself? So many times we see these good things in these people, and we're like, oh my gosh, this girl is like the best thing ever. You go and tell Carrie, and you're like, Carrie, you're like, this girl on my team, she's a rock star. Like, she's gonna be my next diamond, and she's absolutely incredible. But when's the last time that you told her that? When's the last time that you told that girl all the good things that you see in her? We forget that so many times, we miss it, and I do that too. So Mark literally said he believed in us. I borrowed his belief because I did not have any for myself, and I worked my tail off like I had never worked before. I helped my team like I had never helped them before, and we together went double diamond in March of 2018, and then, March 2017. March 2017, so like the month after conference, we promoted to double. Then I was like, dude, I'm done sitting at ranks for a year. Screw this. That's for the birds. Like, I'm going triple. And there was like rank up. There was like, I forget what type of bonus that was, but you could get another bonus. Whenever I went triple in that certain amount of time, I could go get another bonus. And then my husband now was my boyfriend then. was my double. And so we were going to get 2 bonuses again. And so I was like, dude, let's go. Let's do this. So I grabbed the people who were working and pulled them up to diamond positions. And that's what I did at double to go from double to triple so quickly, is I grabbed people not that were on the top of my chart, not the easy answer, not the ones with the most filled out charts that were totally dead. We all know what that's like. Drop some hearts if you know what I'm talking about. Where we just are like, well, her chart's filled out, so this feels good. But does it really? Because it doesn't feel good to pull people along that don't want this. It doesn't feel good to fill out every single 400 box yourself. It doesn't feel good to be the only one posting. It doesn't feel good to help somebody go diamond whenever they have to ask you whenever they get their paycheck, like, what is this paycheck for? Y'all ever had that? That is so frustrating, by the way. Like, they don't even realize that they even promoted to diamond. Why? Because they haven't logged into their eSuite in 6.5 months. Like, they don't know that they even promoted. That sucks. Does that really feel good? No. So what we did was we grabbed every single ruby, took off the emerald because she wasn't working. The other ruby was a dead leg, so it just made sense to go with this ruby. Then I grabbed another ruby. It was a 400 box on my diamond chart, and I grabbed another ruby that was under Derek, and I said, let's go. Let's go diamond. Are y'all ready? Are you in this? I casted vision for them before I even knew what casting vision was. Why? Because I had that vision for myself. When you have your own vision, when you know where you're going and it's so solid in your head, it overflows naturally to your team. So if you want to cast vision and where's the first place to start with that, get it for yourself, okay? So then I told them what we were doing. They were all on board. We were like, let's go, let's do this. So we needed 60 something distributors to go triple diamond. This was with the old charts. Now it'd be like 2. I'm just kidding, not 2, but it's a lot less now because of the new chart. So we needed 60 something distributors, and I laid out our game plan. I said our game plan is to get boxed in April. We're going to get the volume in May. We're going to promote in May. Every single one of you are diamonds. Derek is double. I am triple. Like, let's do this. And I kept saying it over and over and over again. There was no doubt what we were going for. There was no option. There was no plan B, plan A, or die. And side note with this, like, when you're promoting, I'm like getting out of breath because I'm getting so hype. I need to go work out. I should not be out of breath from talking. Anyways. So the biggest advice I can give you when you're going for a promotion, which every single one of you should be, if you're not, then you need to dream bigger. But if you're not going for, or if you are going for a promotion, the best advice I can give you is to burn the boats. I don't know if y'all ever heard this saying before, but in order to take the island, you have to burn the boats. And what I mean by that is if you're going to take this island and there is no ifs, ands, or buts, you are taking over this island and you are going to go, take it over. You cannot have a plan B waiting back over on the shore for you if you don't take it over and you say, it's okay, let's leave. Let's go swim back, to safety, and let's take our boats back where we know where it's comfortable. If you want to take over the island, you have to burn your way out, which is the boats. Burn your boats, take the island. If you have a way out, you're going to take it every time. We had a plan A or die mentality, and we made that happen in the 60-something distributors that we needed. We wanted to be blocked in on April 30th, and it was like May 2nd. And then we pushed, and we got all this volume, and I don't even know where it came from. We call it God volume. He just started bringing it in. Why? Because we knew where we were going. We were surrendering that to him. I literally laid my hands on my charts every single day and said, God, this is your charts. Not because I was informing him that they were his charts, but because he already knew it was his charts. But I'm agreeing with him that this is not mine. I cannot do this on my own, and I need you to intervene. I need you to take over this chart, and I want you to come in, and I want you to do things only you can do, and I believe you for that. And so I started praying that every single day. I didn't sleep very much. I didn't eat. I didn't cook and eat. I didn't go out with my friends, and it was so worth it. I made a sacrifice, and that month we hit triple. They hit diamond, Derek hit double. We earned over like $105,000 in bonuses in 2 months, and it was just absolutely insane. It was so crazy. So then we have green carpet like 2 months later. Guess who they asked to speak on stage on the white couch? I said that I wanted that at conference, and they literally asked me 3 or 4 months later to speak on stage on the white couch. Like, what the heck, dude? That's so crazy. And so I got to talk about how we earn these bonuses, and somebody who had taken 4 months to go ruby, a year to hit diamond, and 13 more months to hit double, who went from diamond to double to triple, got to speak on stage at conference or at green carpet. Like, what? It's like, it's so crazy because I never thought in a million years that I'd really be able to speak on stage, but I just spoke it. Not because it made sense, but because that's what I wanted. I saw where I was going, and that is what got me to speak on stage. And so it was so cool. So then it took me a while to promote again to presidential, but the difference wasn't that like I wasn't doing the right things or that I wasn't helping my team or anything like that. Like the promotion from triple to presidential had everything to do with my belief. It had everything to do with a decision. So my like journey from triple to presidential, so we went triple, and then that was in May of 2017, and then I went presidential in October of last year. I'm trying to get all my years right. Like, I'm a grandma in this business. Like, I was around before the cleanse and exfoliating peel were a thing. So just bear with me while I get all my years straight, because I can't even remember how long, like, when stuff was. But so then we went presidential, but the thing is that I was boxed in for presidential in January of last year, and I didn't hit it till October. And a lot of people are like, well, what took you so long? Well, we had a lot of people coming and going. We had a lot of people, you know, leaving, a lot of people coming, a lot of people rising up, a lot of new leadership, people that needed to have the belief in themselves that I had for them, and they had to catch that vision. So what did I have to do as a leader? I had to cast that vision, because if you don't cast the net, how can you catch the fish? You have to cast the vision so they can catch the vision, and that's what you have to do for your team. And so whenever I was casting that vision, they were like, yeah, we got this, we got this, we got this. But guess what? I didn't really believe that it was going to happen. I was just like, well, if it doesn't happen, like, that's okay. Like, we'll make it happen whenever it happens. Like, it's just, I'm going to know 1 month that this is the month. And, no, you won't. Just to save you a little bit of time, you will not just like randomly be like, oh yeah, this is the month, I just feel it. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, it's not just you're not gonna look at your eSuite and be like, oh, look at that hot dog, I went presidential. You're gonna have to work for it. And for me, in October, we had green carpet, I had a leadership retreat, and this was like 9 days into the month. And I called Cami and I was like, what's wrong with me? I've been boxed in for this promotion since January, and all my friends are hitting this promotion. I watched Kelsey Thornton hit that promotion the very month before, and she's my accountability partner. And so I was like, hey, dude, she hit that promotion. Like, what am I doing wrong? And Ashley Mayfield hit the promotion the month before me. So many people hit this promotion. It wasn't because I was comparing, but I was looking at them as like, wow, they did that. That very thing I'm shooting for, they did it, so I can do it. And if you're ever comparing yourself, it should be because they did it, I can do it. That's the only time you should compare. It's to cast that belief for yourself that if they did it, so can I. So that's kind of what I did. And I wasn't caught in this comparison trap, but I was like, dude, that inspires me. Like, I believe in myself now. And I told Cami, I said, what's wrong with me? Like, why am I not hitting this rank? And she said, have you decided to? And in the middle of Target, I was like, shoot, nope. Shaw didn't decide. Like, I have not made the decision yet to my team and in my head that this is the month I'm going. And I said, it's like the 9th of the month. Is it too late? She said, it's never too late. It's all about if you believe that it can happen, it's never too late. And I was like, okay. And she was like, okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to go live in your team page. I want you to tell them what you're doing. I want you to tell them where you're going. I want you to be loud about it. And I want you to decide right now that you are going to do it. Remember, burn your boats. Decide right now that you're going to do this. So I did that. And she told me to add her to my team page. That girl was holding me accountable. She was like, I'll watch your live video with you. And I was like, okay. So I went live and I was like, we're going, presidential. We deserve this. We earn this. Like, we got this. We have to make the decision. Like, where are you on my chart? Let's run. Let's go. And that month, because I stinking made the decision, which I would have called her like back in, April, and made that decision then, but I made the decision in October and we hit our promotions. And I say we because I cannot do it by myself. If you've promoted to any rank, you know that it is a team effort, 110%. So I seriously needed the help of my team. We all got together. We were all on the same page, running for the same goal. And we hit that promotion not because every 400 box was working, not because every leader was, signing 83,000 customers a month, not because, that everything just was perfect and everything aligned perfectly for us. It was because we just decided. And so we had already made the decision so that when people turn off their auto shipments, it's okay because we've already made the decision. We're still going. We never doubted our promotion because we had decided. You know, I feel like a decision eliminates doubt. You know, like if you decide that you're going to do it, you burn the boats, you take over that island, there is no plan B, plan A, or you die. Somebody turns off their auto shipment, $400 cancels their account, which literally happens every single time people promote. Somebody told me the other day, they're like, a $400 canceled. I was like, that means you're gonna promote. Like, I don't know if y'all have that on this team, but man, every time I promote, somebody's thinking $400 canceled, and it's always somebody that's like done. They're like at 400. Anyways, so it was just so crazy because it actually happened, and we decided and we did it. So that's kind of my journey. And now going ambassador, man, I was praying this morning and I was like, God, you have wrecked me in the best way possible. Like, he has just destroyed everything that I thought that I was good at. And it's not like it's in a loving way. Like, I felt like I was so good at signing up customers and doing all these things and doing all these enrollments. And he was like, but you're not taking care of the ones I've already given you. You know, like, why would I give you more when you haven't proven to me that I can trust you with more? You know, I've entrusted all these people to you and you're not leading them. So why would I give you more people to lead? And you can't even lead yourself. So why would I give you more people to lead? I had signed my least amount of distributors ever in the business in April. And April was the worst month for me in my business, but it was also the best because God taught me so much through that. And what I'm going to tell you right now is like stuff that I'm still learning and stuff that I'm still going through. But a couple of things he's been showing me is that my order was out. Like, my order was so out, y'all, because I was putting this business before so many things. I was putting my business before time with God. Like, I'd wake up in the morning and be like, okay, I don't have time to spend with God. You know, like, I have to message. No, that's wrong. So, but that was my mentality. And, you know, I was like, okay, well, like, I need to sign all these people. I need to do all this and you do all that. And I have to go ambassador because if I'm, you know, people are watching me, and if I don't go ambassador, I'm going to let people down. And this person went ambassador, so I need to go ambassador, and this girl's going this month, so I have to go whenever she goes. And it was so for the wrong reasons. I did not want ambassador to see my team succeed. If I'm being completely honest, like, we're going to be real and vulnerable here, right? So I didn't want ambassador for the paycheck. I didn't want it to like see my team succeed. I didn't really want it for their promotions. I just wanted it so that I could be what people see. Like, people, like, once you get to a certain rank, people start to know who you are. And I was like, I feel all this pressure because people are watching me, and I feel like this is why I need to go ambassador. And it was all for the wrong reasons. And God was like, why would I bless that? Like, why would I bless that mentality? Like, that's not why I gave you this business. That's not why I put you here, so that you could beat somebody to the next rank. That's never why you joined. It was for the financial freedom that you would have, the generosity that you get to do now because of this business and the position that I've placed you in and that you've worked for. And it's to lead the people that I've given you to lead. You know, it's like talking about, like, in the Bible, it talks about how shepherds are going to be judged more harshly. We're a shepherd for our team. If we're not leading them if we're not leading them at all, like, then why would he bless us with more people to lead? And so that's what I've been struggling with right now. And it's really cool because, like, I have become so much more of a better leader, which is what I was talking about before. Leadership was not my strong suit. That was not my area of comfort, but it is now because I know that's what God's called me to. And it doesn't matter if I feel adequate enough. It's what he's called me to. So he's going to equip me to be a good leader that he's called me to be. He's put me in this position in this company as a blessing to be able to lead other people closer to him and closer to their goals. And I'm so excited to be able to do that. And now with the right heart, with the right attitude. And for the very first time, like, Reds, if you are a Red, drop a red heart below. Because for us, it's so easy to get caught up in what I want, my paycheck, my volume, my chart. And that was me all the way. And God just kind of broke me of that. And he said, you have got to want this more for your team than you want it for yourself. And for the very first time, I can honestly sit here and tell you that I don't even care freaking if I go Ambassador Diamond. I just want to see my team hit triple. I want to see my team pay off their debt. I want to see my team be able to come home with their babies and be able to bring their husbands home. Like, they literally have those goals. And I want that so badly for them that it's making me emotional. It makes me so excited for them. And I always joke, I'm like, I'm yellow now. Like, what the heck is happening? But you can be red and still be a great leader. You can be red and still love your team. But for me, I just felt like I was all about me. And whenever I was all about me, I was anxious, I was stressed, I was self-centered. It came out in my leadership. It came out in my Like, it came out in everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. So if I'm self-centered, like, at home by myself, I'm going to be self-centered out at freaking Target. And it's going to show, you know? So I just really want this more for my team, and I prayed that God would make that true of my heart, and it is now. And it's just such a relief, because now no matter what happens, I'm not anxious, I'm not stressed. I know that God has this business and he has my team, and his hand is all over that. My team is going to promote, and it's going to be the best thing ever, no matter what it does to my paycheck or my volume. And Cami always says, you know, if you help enough people get where they want to go, then it'll automatically get you where you want to go. And I know that she's not the first person that said that, but she's the one who first told me that, and it has stuck with me. She said it doesn't matter what rank they were or where I needed them at. Whenever I helped more people get what they wanted, it always came back for me too. And so I love the fact that now my heart is more like, well, if I can help them get where they want to go, it's going to in turn help me, but that my first goal is not myself. And so whenever you take that focus off of you and put it onto other people, it's so freeing. It really, really is. And so if you're struggling with that, I would just like pray and ask God to help you to overcome those things. And it's going to be tough. It is going to be such a struggle at first. It's going to be a journey, because we're not selfless people on our own, but God has just been teaching me so much. I didn't mean to start preaching, but that's what he's been showing me. So I just wanted to kind of show you like the different things he's shown me at every single level, which is why when people say, you know, how long, like, you know, how many years have you been in this business, and how many, and what rank are you at? One day somebody's going to hand me the mic at conference, and I'm going to stand there, I'm going to say, I'm Morgan Martin, I'm an Ambassador Diamond, and I've been in this company for 5 years. And it's going to be 5 years worth of lessons, 5 years worth of wisdom, things that I can pour out to other people that are on my team or not on my team, 5 years worth of things that God has shown me to make me more like him and a better leader for my team. So I'm grateful for the journey. You have to embrace the journey, because it's not just a straight line to success. If you just cut out the middle part of your journey, it would look like a straight line to success, but all in the middle, there are ups and downs, squiggles, back and forth, you know, it's just so much craziness. So anyways, that's kind of my journey. And Carrie kind of wanted me to touch on what I do every single day. And it's nothing different than what you do every single day. I just post, message, follow up, and do self-development. Thank y'all. Y'all are so sweet. But that's the 5 things that I do every single day. And I think like if you feel like we're one of those people that's like, how many people do I message? And you're really stuck on like 50 people, 100 people, 200 people, like I really need to know this so I can promote. You know, if you're one of those people, I would just encourage you to focus on like content and quality. So if you want to message, you know, 200 people a day, good. But if you're not getting anything from those messages, is it really worth your time to do that? Or are you doing it the best way possible? So what I would challenge you to do, if you're really stuck on how many people to message and things like that, I would shoot to have like 20 meaningful conversations. And so, I mean, that may take 20 people for you to message, you know, maybe it's 50 people that you message and you have 20 meaningful conversations from that. But if that's 200 messages, then it's 200 messages. I don't think that it's going to be just like this clear cut and dry 200 messages a day is going to get you ambassador. It's how many conversations you can have with people that you get to help and people that you get to mentor in this business, or people that you can change their life with the products. That's what you're going for every day, because messages don't get enrollments, conversations do. I just made that up, but it makes sense. So the more conversations that you can have, the more people that you have reply to you is really what you're shooting for. That's really what's important. And so self-development, absolutely huge. If you are struggling with leadership, you should definitely listen to the Leadership Podcast by Craig Groeschel. And if you just go to your podcast app on your phone and type in the Leadership Podcast, it's going to be the first thing that comes up. So good. He's changed my life in 8 podcasts. I always like to say that because he's literally such a huge part of why I'm going to go ambassador soon, because of just the things that he's shown me. And he also loves the Lord, so a lot of his stuff is biblically based, but you don't have to be a Christian to listen to his stuff, because you're going to be able to get something out of it either way. The Last Arrow, finished it yesterday, changed my life. Oh my goodness. And Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, if you're struggling with like a broke mentality, if your parents were super broke, if people are making fun of you, if people just don't get why you're doing what you're doing, if they don't get your goals, if you feel like your dreams are too big, if you feel guilty for wanting more, then you need to go listen to Secrets of a Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. So those are a couple of my favorites. And then following. I mean, we know how to do that stuff. The biggest thing for like to leave you with, I guess, is something that Craig Groeschel actually said in his podcast, and he said, date the model, marry the mission. And so for me, the mission, and for all of us, the mission is the same. The mission is to help people with the products, help people join this business, and promote. That's our mission. No matter what rank you're going for, that's your mission. And the model and how you get there is going to look different every time. For me to go Ruby, it was a lot of Facebook. For me to go Triple Diamond was a lot of Instagram. And I had my profile on private for a long time. I didn't really do host to post. It was a lot of cold messaging. And now that's not really working for me as well. So I'm still doing a little bit of that, but I'm tapping into host to post. I'm doing Facebook again. I have made my Instagram public, and I'm kind of switching up the way that I'm doing my Instagram and posting. So my mission is the same, but how I get there may look different. So I think the biggest thing for us is to remember that the way you get there may not be the same way that you got where you are right now, is the way that you're going to get to the next level. And so don't be afraid to change things up. Don't get too comfortable where you are. Make sure that you're creating a sense of urgency for your team, that y'all are continuing to push for the next level, and that you're pushing for the next level up here, because if you want to get to the next level in this business, you have to get to the next level here first, because your paycheck will never exceed your personal development. And that is something that Carrie Young taught me way back whenever she was Carrie Bauer on Periscope, like she said that, and it stuck with me ever since then. And so self-development is so huge, and it's something that is gonna change your business. And I am just so excited to see Carrie and all of her posts of all of your promotions, and I'm so excited for y'all. I saw that y'all have a couple of like incentives going on right now for some like freaking leadership retreats. Like, I just want to know if I can join this team for like a month so that I can go on those leadership retreat too, because it looks so much fun. So whatever the qualifications are for you to get in there, do it, because that is going to change your life. Remember, those events are what really, really shaped me in my business to where I am today. So I love you guys, even though I may not know you. I love you, and I'm so thankful that y'all asked me to be on this this live video, and I thank you for like just hanging out with me and listening to me talk for however long it's been. I feel like it's been a long time, so I appreciate y'all just kind of sticking around. So have a great day, have an awesome weekend, have an awesome Memorial Day, and finish this month strong. Be excited about this new product, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.